Hello, boys and girls. This is Miss Little, and I'm going to read you the story Know Your Government. Why Do We Have Laws? By Jacqueline Lakes Gorman and Susan Nations. Chapter 1 Following the Rules. Every day you follow rules in school. You listen to your teacher. You do not run in the halls. You are quiet when other people talk. Think of how different your school would be if there were no rules. Classrooms would be noisy and students would not learn as much. Some students might even get hurt. The rules you follow in school are like the laws made by the government. Laws are rules that all people must follow. We need laws to make sure everyone is treated fairly. Laws also help keep people safe. Children must follow rules in school. Listening to the teacher is one important rule. Chapter 2 A Nation in Need of Laws. The area that is now the United States was once ruled by Great Britain. The British made laws that many people in America did not like. Americans wanted to write their own laws. They decided to break away from Great Britain and form their own country. They went to war for their freedom and they won. They called their new nation the United States. The leaders of the new nation had a hard job. They wanted to create a new government that would make fair laws. They wanted the people to have a say in what laws were created. The leaders wrote the U.S. Constitution. The Constitution was a plan for the new government. Boys and girls, take a look at the picture. In 1787, the leaders of the United States met to write the Constitution. Boys and girls, look at the picture at the top of page 8. You see the words, "We the people." The U.S. Constitution starts with the famous words, "We the people of the United States." The Constitution created a government with three parts or branches. Each branch does a different job. The legislative branch writes the laws for the country. This branch is called Congress. Congress is made up of the Senate and the House of Representatives. The executive branch sees that the laws are carried out. The president is in charge of this branch of government. Judges and the courts make up the judicial branch. The top judges sit on the Supreme Court. They decide whether laws passed in the United States are fair and follow the Constitution. Boys and girls, look at the picture at the bottom of page 9. The top judges in the country meet in the Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C. Chapter 3 Making Laws. Any member of Congress can propose a new law. Sometimes people suggest new laws to their senators and representatives. The president may also suggest a new law to Congress. Members of Congress write ideas for new laws called bills. Senators and representatives study each bill and then vote on it. A bill passes if most members of Congress vote for it. The bill then goes to the president. If the president signs the bill, it becomes a law. The president might not sign the bill if he or she does not agree with it. The bill can still become a law if 2/3 of both the House and Senate vote for it. Boys and girls, look at the picture on page 11. In 2003, President George W. Bush signed a bill that created a new law. The new law protected children. States pass laws too. Like the U.S. government, each state government has 3 branches. The governor is in charge of the state government. Each state also has a legislative branch that makes state laws. Judges in the state rule on the laws. The laws passed in each state apply only to people in the state. Boys and girls, look at the picture on page 12. State laws say that children must wear seatbelts. Cities and towns pass laws too. The laws make the city or town a better place to live. Sometimes the people in a city or town vote on a bill before it becomes a law. State laws and city or town laws cannot disagree with national laws. Look at the picture. Many cities and towns have laws that tell pet owners to keep dogs on leashes. Chapter 4, Enforcing Laws. The President enforces the laws passed by Congress. The President picks many people to help with this job. These men and women run government departments. They oversee education, health, and other important areas. The people in these departments see that laws are carried out. Some people do not obey the law. People break the law when they drive too fast or do not wear seatbelts. They also break the law when they steal or hurt other people. People who break the law are punished. People who break the most serious laws might be sent to jail. Look at the picture at the top of this page. A person who drives too fast might get a ticket. The driver will have to pay a fine. Police officers work for state and local governments. Their job is to keep people safe by making sure that everyone follows the law. Police officers give tickets to people who break traffic laws. The police can also arrest people who may have committed crimes. Crimes are acts that break the law. Look at the picture at the bottom of this page. After a crime has been reported, the police ask questions to find out what happened. People who are arrested may go on trial in a courtroom. Parts of the Constitution protect people who are arrested. The Constitution says that the government must give everyone a fair trial. A judge makes sure the trial is fair. In the picture at the top of this page, boys and girls, it shows how a lot goes on in a courtroom during a trial. A judge seated near the flag is in charge of the court. A jury is a small group of people in the courtroom. The jury decides whether the person on trial broke the law. The judge usually decides the punishment for a guilty person. If mistakes are made during a trial, a judge may order a new trial. In the picture at the bottom of this page, the jury has an important job. Jury members must listen closely to all the facts during a trial. Chapter 5, Changing Laws. Sometimes people think that a law is unfair. They can ask Congress to change it. Years ago, African Americans in some states were not allowed to go to the same schools as white people. Many people spoke out against these laws. Courts ruled that the laws were not fair. Congress passed new laws that said all people should be treated the same. The Constitution can be changed too. Amendments are changes to the Constitution. Amendments have brought important changes in the law. For many years, women in the United States were not allowed to vote. Women stood up for their rights. They complained to Congress. In 1920, Congress passed an amendment that gave women the right to vote. Boys and girls, look at the picture at the bottom of this page. You see the women, they are protesting for their right to vote. The caption next to the picture reads, "Years ago, women did not have the right to vote. They fought for their right until the law was changed." The United States is always changing. As the country changes, new problems arise. The law is always changing to solve these problems and to protect our way of life. Boys and girls, the caption next to the picture with the students in the classroom using their cell phones reads, "Some states and towns have passed laws to stop students from using cell phones in school." Boys and girls, this is the end of the story, Know Your Government, Why Do We Have Laws by Jacqueline Gorman and Susan Nations. I hope you have enjoyed it.